Hey there. It's April 13th, and I'm going to try Stone Enjoy by 42015 IPA. And it's listed as an IPA, but it has 9.4% alcohol by volume. Um, and so the American IPA category for BJCP puts the top end of the ABV at 7.5%. So between 5.5 and 7.5 percent. So I haven't even opened it. Based solely on alcohol content, it seems that this is more likely to be an Imperial IPA, whose alcohol by volume range is 7.5 to 10. So it's clearly in that category. But I'm excited to give this a try. I've seen this in the stores a bunch. And there was one that came out, I think, for not Easter, maybe Christmas. I don't remember what it was. That had an enjoy by date on it, and I don't think that I ended up picking it up. So this one I definitely have to make up for lost time. And this is a pint and 9, I think, pint and 6. So rather than pouring it in my usual tiny little tasting glass, I am in a pint glass. Yay! Okay, so smell. First thing right off the bat, super amounts of hops going on here. And it even says on the bottle, devastatingly dank, for the 420 holiday. I thought that was pretty funny. And I did try one recently that had hemp in it, but I don't think that that is what is in this particular beer. But I think it's just hops, and more hops. It's very hard to read this. So it says, you have in your hands a devastatingly fresh double IPA. Freshness is the key component to many beers, especially big hoppy IPAs, but we've taken it further, a lot further, with this one. We brewed this IPA specifically not to last. We've gone to extensive lengths to ensure you get your hands on this beer with an extraordinarily short window, and we've sent a very clear message in the name of the beer itself that there is no better time than right now to enjoy this IPA. So I think that that's actually good that they put that on the bottle to really drive home the fact that beers have a shelf life. Generally speaking, it's 6 months. But for a hoppy beer like this, where they're trying to deliver this fresh, super fresh ingredient, and they don't want it to live, you must try it sooner rather than later. So building it into the name does that trick really well. So enjoy by 420. So I'm within the window. I've got 1 week. Nonetheless, let's get into this and give this a shot. Oh, by the way, sorry, I'm all over there tonight. It says double IPA. So in the Imperial IPA category, really the words Imperial, double, extra, extreme, etc. all apply. So this is, in fact, an Imperial IPA, which is BJCP category 14C. All right, so back to the beer at hand. Aroma, super amounts of hops. It's definitely piney. No, it's grapefruity. It's got a lot of citrus. It has a danky quality to it, so it's kind of, earthy, I guess. Wow, there's a lot going on in that smell, just in smell alone. Intense, though, resinous, piney, citrusy hoppiness going on. So appearance-wise, it's a little, I don't think it's because my glass is frosted. It is a little hazy, but it's a beautiful golden color. It looks a little orange from your perspective. It's definitely yellow, though. So, I don't know, a golden amber, let's call it, right there in the middle. So it's a little unfiltered, and I think that that's characteristic for a dry hopped version. So my guess is that with the big hoppy advertising on the bottle that that's probably a good indication. So it should have good head, and it should persist. So it poured with a pretty good head, and it has persisted a little bit. As the head has died down a little bit, it's actually left some lacing before I even started drinking it. And so let's see how flavor goes. Hmm. Lots of hops going on here. Um, it's almost exclusively what you taste. So your smell is overwhelmed by hops, and then your taste buds are overwhelmed by hops. Um, it is hardcore hops. The middle of the flavor, it gets a little bit sweet. It definitely has a nice malty backbone to it. Um, and the aftertaste goes right back to bitterness. And it finishes with a almost astringent finish to it. Um, hmm. Kind of a dry, almost drying effect after the fact, but it's bitter. I don't know if I just made a face there. It's bitter though. Like as I swallow it, it reminds me of drinking grapefruit juice. So it's got that kind of like what is the word I'm looking for? Not um, like pungent, citrusy. Pungent, yeah, that's exactly the word. The devastatingly dank. Bam, right there, pungent. Um, and it definitely has that quality to it. It's I don't think I don't think that at any point they were really trying to get balance between hops and malt in this. I think this is a showcase for hops, and in that respect, they nailed it. It's really great. It's really intense. As a not I don't even know how I end up with so many IPAs as an as a multi beer drinker, meaning malt sweet caramel roasty toastiness beer drinker. Um, it's a little intense for me, but the IP that's the whole point of the Imperial IPA category. And in that respect, they've done a good job. So, and it even says in the history that part of the point of the Imperial category or the double category is to push the envelope of how much hop bitterness they can get, hop flavor, hop bitterness they can get into a particular beer. And so they've nailed it. This is really intense though. As far as mouthfeel goes, it's in the medium-ish range, probably on the lighter side of medium. It has gosh, it has nice carbonation. I don't like overly carbonated beers, but this is nice. It's just a soft carbonation. It's not bitey on the tongue at all. Nice finish to it. It has a little bit of alcohol warming, not really in your mouth or in the back of your throat so much as I feel it in my tummy, like when you have a shot of whiskey and it's nice and warming. That it kind of gives you that feel. Not overwhelming, and but it's definitely a 9 point. What is it? 9.7, 9.6, 9.4, 9.4% alcohol by volume beer, which is by no means for the faint-hearted. But overall, I think it is an intensely hoppy beer, which is exactly what they were trying to do, and I think appropriately done for the 420 holiday. By calling it devastatingly dank, it certainly is. I think it really showcases that kind of flavor quality of American hops, and it was done really well. I always think that Stone is a Bay Area or Northern California brewery, but they're out of San Diego. And I was in San Diego around my birthday last year, and I didn't even think to go and visit Stone. Like, that is devastating. But nonetheless, if you haven't tried this yet and you're an IPA drinker, please do. If you like Imperial IPAs, please drink this. You're gonna like it. You've only got 1 week left to try it before it is past its prime. And if you have given it a try, I would love to hear from you. I know a couple of guys in my in the beer review, beer examination groups group that I do reviews with have talked about trying it, and so I know that there's some interest out there. Share with me your experience. I would love to hear it. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.